Axiogenesis is a very productive biotechnology company located in Cologne, Germany. Its primary focus is the development of novel assay systems-based embryonic stem cells, ES, or induced pluripotent stem cells, IPS, of mouse as well as of human origin. The stem cells are subjected to in vitro differentiation to generate tissue-specific cell types, for example, heart muscle cells that exhibit normal physiological properties. These cell types are then used to develop pharmacological and safety screening assays for the pharmaceutical, chemical, and cosmetic industries. The assays have been proven to assess the efficacy and toxicity of new and existing drugs. As an example, the Mu-EST assay system has been developed to predict possible toxic effects to the developing embryo. Axiogenesis delivers products, CAR-AT cardiomyocytes, of the highest possible standard to its customers worldwide. To achieve this, Axiogenesis adheres to international quality, health, security, and environmental standards. These standards are realized by highly qualified employees who are considered a most valuable asset.
We founded Axiogenesis early in 2001, actually it was 2000, and our main idea at that time was to prepare tissue that could be suitable for transplantation. Very early on, we then changed the focus of the company, which means during the first half year of the company, to a company that exploits embryonic stem cell derived tissue, which means normal tissue, for drug development purposes. We thought that those kinds of tissue address quite a lot of shortcomings that were identified in the former way of how to discover new drugs and discover their function. So we decided to generate normal tissue, and one of those novel and unique tools for that was embryonic stem cell derived tissue. And at that time we tried to professionalize those kinds of tissue to be used in assay systems that pinpoint towards real clinical reality, to shorten the time for drug development, to increase the relevancy of the generated data, and to decrease the risk for the future patients who are subjected in clinical studies.
The current portfolio and the portfolio in development of new highly innovative products, assays and technologies are the results of creative and exacting design.
I think that the demand for in vitro tests is increasing because many industries are not allowed to use animal models anymore for their tests, like the cosmetic industry. So in principle, I think that although in vitro tests will increase, one will never avoid to do animal testing, because if you go to more complex things like behavioral studies or so, it's not possible to do that in vitro. However, of course, in vitro tests are very often have the advantage that they are cheaper than in vivo tests. Of course, you do not need so much time to get results, and the quality of the results is a little bit different. So for if you can look for more detailed results that you will not get out of an animal.
Stem cell technology holds immense promise for the elaboration of novel therapies and drug development, as is seen in the latest awarding of the Nobel Prizes in medicine and chemistry. It is clear that the business model of Axiogenesis is future-oriented and will become an integral part of pharmaceutical and biotechnology drug development. Ongoing collaborations with well-known pharma companies and devices manufacturers illustrate the added value that is assigned to Axiogenesis products and its services.
So we are offering actually a set of products which are available right now. These are differentiated, in vitro differentiated organ cells, which the pharmaceutical industry can use in their applications to develop in their preclinical departments new substances, new targets. So actually these products are available now and we are getting some revenue out of that. This is of course not the revenue which we need to get enough money for the future, but it is a first step to get into the market. The second step then is to offer new products out of the iPS technology, human organ cells, the technology is available right now also here at Axiogenesis, and we are working at the cutting edge of this technology. So we think that within the next 15 to 18 months we can offer these new human organ cells to the pharmaceutical industry. So this is then a platform of very different organ cells from the marine technology, from the human technology. In addition, some assays around that, which we are offering to test toxicologic effects, side effects of substances, which is then the platform on which we are building a new set, which we are following in our second strategy, a platform of very high qualified informations which enable us to identify first leads of candidates for the hypertrophy. Yeah.
The Axiogenesis products reduce the need for animal testing and enable pharmaceutical companies to bring safer drugs to market more quickly and more economically. And last but not least, Axiogenesis' responsibility lies with the shareholders to convert this exciting science into a sustainable and long-term profitable business.